Today I'm going to show you how to create a poem using a book and a marker. This particular poem is called a blackout poem. What you will need is a marker and your book of choice to create this poem. Now, before we get started, I also want to share with you two other options. I do not recommend using a book that you just bought or a book that maybe someone has not read yet. Because once you mark up your book, they're not going to be able to see the words to see what the story was about. So in that case, if you choose, you can use Post-it notes. You would tear off a piece of your Post-it note, and then you would cover up the words that you do not want in your poem. You can tape it down so that those Post-it notes do not come off of the word. So you can create your poem. Another way is for you to take some tape, and then you would put your tape on the word that you do not want to use anymore. And then once you do that, you use your marker and you black out the words that you don't want. However, for today, I'm going to use this book because I've read it. A lot of other people have read it. It's old, and we're going to use it to create our poem today. So again, this is called a blackout poem. And all you're going to do is find some words that really stand out, that make you feel good. Today, we're looking for motivational words. The poem that we want to create is going to be about motivation. So I'm going through my book and I'm looking for those words that make me feel good inside. So for this first activity, I'm going to use this story. And as I skim through this first page, I'm going to find those words that I do not want to use. Okay? So I know right here, I do not want to use the first line. All right, I'm looking at the first line and I can see already that I don't want these words. So I'm just going to black out the first part of the story. Okay. However, I do want to use the word you. So I'm going to black out can't, and I'm going to use the word you. I'm also going to black out ride your bike, thousands miles, grandpa. I don't want that. We're going to black out this whole sentence. So all we're doing is taking out what we don't want. So far, the only word that we have in our poem is the word you. Then we're going to come over and black out the next line. And the next. Okay. Now, as I read, I'm still trying to find those words that really stand out to create my poem. And as I'm looking, I'm trying to find the word are. Okay, here we go. Here's are. So because I see are, I know I don't need any of this. So far we have you are. Oh, and I can black out this. I'm going to say you are. And let's black this out. And I'm going to just keep strong, and fit. Okay. So now that we've blacked out our page, we can look at the poem. This is our positive affirmation. You are strong and fit. Okay? So that was our positive affirmation. Something to make us feel good. You are strong and fit. Okay, now we're going to look at a poem, but this time we're going to use visualization. We're still going to black out our words to create our blackout poem, but I want us to look at the words and visualize what's happening. So I'm going to take my marker. I'm going to start my poem with the word the. So I'm looking for the word the. So I don't need this. All right, here's the word the. So we're going to keep the, and I'm going to keep the word night. So let's black out passing. And we're going to black out this word the. So we have the night. Let's black this out. And I'm going to keep the word slept. The night slept. All right, so right now I'm visualizing the nighttime. It's dark. And usually if it's dark, we know that the moon is somewhere around. So we're looking for another word that we can put in our poem. And we're going to take this out because we don't need that. And I'm looking for the word and. So let's black that, and we're going to, here it is, and. The night slept, and, okay, so let's keep and so. And now, we don't need the, let's see, we don't need day after night. Let's look at the poem again. The night slept, and so, let's take this out. Okay, we're going to keep the light of the moon. Okay, that looks good, but we don't need this, so we'll take this out. And let's go back and see what we have. The night slept, and so the light of the moon. Okay, here, the word passed, we can use that. Now, we could use young. Let's see. The night slept, and so the light of the moon passed. We can say the young, or we can just leave, well, we know we don't need racers. We could just use past. So now let's look at our poem. The night slept, and so the light of the moon passed. And that's how we create a blackout poem. But with this, we are visualizing the nighttime, the moon. All of those words are helping us put a picture in our mind. So I hope you enjoyed this activity. Again, this is called a blackout poem. The first one, we looked for positive words because we wanted to make a positive affirmation. And this activity was just based on visualization. So I hope you enjoyed our lesson today. Remember, this activity was called a blackout poem, and you can use any of the materials that I shared earlier in the video. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.